Mark.
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter, and no one will bat an eye.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no. My Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Stella, I know you are ashamed of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
I can't report my own son, can I? Not a burden I could bear.
Burden? How do you mean?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
I understand your pain, but you cannot mother him forever.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Tell me about these demons Seymour needs your help to fight.
Seymour used to be such a happy child, and he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. But there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you think he can be cured, Doctor? Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
There is no cure for murder, Mrs. Fishburne. Only justice.
There ain't no hope, then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster, and nothing will bring him back.
Your son's gone way beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood, and you know it, don't you, Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Did Seymour tell you everything that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate, his rage, how he feels when he's done it.
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his, demons.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Please don't stay too long, sir.
Maybe I'll kill your son. Not your son.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Damn it, I need a hint. Let's see the other person with him. Rufus. Oh, okay, the kid.
Goodbye, Miss.
Where's that kid at?
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Still need hints.
So long, Rufus.
How are you guys doing?
You still work?
What?
Goodbye.
No, I want to talk to the old woman.
So few clients. Welcome back.
I need a hint for you too.
Goodbye.
I need more information.
Drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just...
I cannot enter.
So few clients.
Never even been
The
to him.
epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Trying to make some medicine for people.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts...
Good evening.
Hello again.
Can I see?
As long as you have money.
Like a soul stuff.
You again. What do you want?
Goodbye.
Fuck. Fuck. There's a lot of people that are fatigued. Everybody in Pembroke Castle hospitals is fatigued. Fatigue. He's got a cold headache. headache. I think someone has anemia. More. My leg. Alright, on my way back to the hospital. I don't want no trouble. I need to go back to my people.
We fought for England, but England won't fight for us.
Oh, she had a cold. Weird.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
Not really. I think I caught something in this bloody hospital. I swear I'm dead, yet smiling inside, Dr. Reed.
Oh, you're okay.
As long as you remain here, I will make sure you don't have to worry about your health.
Don't think you can do much about it. Damage is done.
Goodbye.
For you. Alright, Pippa, you got a cold. Let's see how that makes something. Where are you, Pippa? I got something for your cold. How is she?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, Nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Thelma, she's okay. Gwyneth, I don't like you.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
There's
Do you require medical assistance, Nurse?
I will be fine.
as soon as I can get some sleep.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Goodbye now.
Who else needs medicine? Fuck you, no, you ain't getting shit. Oh, Newton's back. Newton's down there. Newton, I've been looking all over for you, Newton. How did you get in there, Newton? What the fuck? How did you get in there?
There's nobody here.
It's locked.
Hey! Hey! Open up! How'd they get in there? Do you have to go...
It's locked, all right.
Oh, Newton! Remember me, Newton!
It's locked.
Still care for this.
We're still alive and healthy.
Is there another way to get in there? Oh, open the gate.
It's locked, all right. Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald, he found me and saved me.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
fine from the rest. Oswald, you have a headache.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes. This neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital. I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again, by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then, if you're so interested
Talking
in my
on
case.
Newton and Oswald.
Perhaps you were trapped or locked in somewhere as a child. The horror of war could have brought this memory back to the surface.
Are you joking? I grew up on a farm, had a bloody fantastic childhood.
Oh no, the hit failed. Oh no.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself. Hello again.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Miss.
I can't do anything with them. I can give you your stupid knife back.
Hey, Doc.
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
Good. And
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
watch yourself, Mr. Cox. I will kill you one day.
Is this supposed to be an hospital? A pigsty smell that.
Oh no, he's bitching all of a sudden.
Hey!
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
I'll leave you.
I want to kill this guy every day, I swear to God. Clay Cox is a dick.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed.
He's got more hints. I don't want to kill him yet, but he's gonna
Goodbye,
die.
Dr. Tibbets.
Oh, you don't have the formulas? Did you get any formulas? Oh, I got all the medicine stuff. I got them all. Is there a locked door up here? Oh, I unlocked it.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
Really? Why has no one else asked me that since I got here? I thought I was in a hospital.
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive, she wouldn't be happy with me going on like this.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
You always knew the word
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No, I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Milton, you can go to hell. I ain't helping you.
Good evening.
Rockish. Hell is this guy at?
Good evening, Dr.
Is I
Reed.
doing a mission for you?
Such a pleasure to see you again.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir.
Jeez,
but I rose to the challenge.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Jadana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
Hey.
Please show me one.
Of course. It's just...
That's the guy that wants everywhere. Sodium. I was supposed to. Wait. I can eavesdrop on him.
I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
It's locked.
I'll eavesdrop on him.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir?
Oh, what is this guy doing?
These anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables.
What the fuck?
I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation.
Ooh, you're shady, Doc. I caught you in the act. I was gonna heal your fatigue too. I just don't like doing
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
It was a pleasure.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
Whatever your motives, you're making money by stealing from the dead. Dr. Swansea should be informed.
No offense, sir, but Dr. Swansea is one of my customers. As I told you, I like to help people, and everybody needs help from time to time.
I can't kill you. Damn, I need mesmerize 4 to kill this guy. Stealing from the dead.
Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company, even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye. It's locked, all right.
I wonder if I could tell Dr. Swansea about him. No. Oh. I'm eavesdropping on people. In the hospital. How the fuck do I get there? That's not something a doctor would say again. What the fuck? How the hell do I get up there? It's not, no, it's not nice. trying to see how the fuck I get up there. How do I get up there? It's like up there somewhere, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. Oh, what happened to my eavesdrop? Something. The fuck? I went here for nothing? I think I was too late. It was too late. I missed the eavesdrop. Damn it. Yeah, I'm eavesdropping on people in the hospital. These people are shady, man. Come back up here, you son of a bitch. Like, how the hell am I supposed to do? I can't jump out the window. I actually have to go all the way around. How's this bastard at? We have to go outside real quick. I lost my chance. I gotta wait. What do you mean not now? I got something to talk to you about. Dr. Swansea, why is your door always locked? There's something going on in there. Come on, talk again, you son of a bitch. Where'd you go? Fuck. Oh shit, almost went for Lady Ash. Mary. Damn it, I'm trying to get this eavesdrop and he's not doing it. I missed my chance. hell? Oh, eavesdrop, eavesdrop. Something's going on over here, man. Use your senses. And then their thing will light up. No. Yeah.
I cannot enter.
What the fuck, I cannot... No, I messed up again. The problem is you gotta find the spot where to go to so you can hear them. It's hard to find the spot. Damn it, I missed another chance to eavesdrop. Son of a bitch. I think I had to go around here. Oh, I had to go around here. Damn it! I got something.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you. Like the whole world lies to us.
What the fuck? Son. It's not her son. Vampyr attempted to take his own life.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
It's like keeping him there so he doesn't kill himself.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you, then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
Side mission.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening.
Your son wished to die, Beatrice. Why did you hide such crucial information?
Are you not aware suicide is a crime? Mortimer could be thrown in jail. I can't let that happen. I won't.
I understand you fear the legal consequences,
How the
Mrs.
hell?
Goswick. But don't you realize your silence significantly affects your son's case?
All my son needs is help and comprehension. Not judgment and punishment for what he may or may not have done.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Suicide is a crime. That was the point of throwing someone in jail for committing suicide. They'll try to commit suicide in jail too. Alright, I got a new assignment. Go to Mortimer Goswick's place. Boy. Is it in here? I guess I'm not against it. My dear mother, when you find this letter, I'll be gone. I want you to know that I don't leave because of you. I leave this world because of the crushing weight that existence puts upon me. These times are too much for me. Sometimes I feel like, but the Baudelaire's verses have been written as an echo from my own heart. When a low heavy sky weighs like a lid upon the spirit, aching for the light, and all the wide horizon line is hid by a black day, silent night, it's as beautiful as it is painful, Mother. I can't suffer it anymore. I don't want you to try to convince me, and it would only delay the inevitable. For I would do it again if by any chance you managed to save me once. Farewell, your son.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust.
Oh, I have a choice. Give it to his mother.
It's locked, all right.
For a tall-bellied beast. Where the hell am I? What is this blood trail? Is this old blood or new blood? I think this is old.
It ain't human! Kill it!
Die, vermin!
Were these people dead or what? These people are dead. Shouldn't they get out of this hospital?
My sweet girl.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is...
Do you realize your son could try to kill himself again? He might succeed next time.
I think about it every minute. But I won't stop fighting for my son's future. That's how much I love him.
Your empathy is remarkable, but I fear that your son's decision to end his life has already been made.
How dare you talk to a mother like that? Talk to me like that!
I'm only trying to be honest, Mrs. Goswick. As painful as this fatal end may be for you, you have to accept this is a possibility.
No, I'll never accept it. If my son was to die under your care, well, you have no idea what I'm capable of, Dr. Reed.
Mortimer is extremely vague as to his motivations for committing suicide. Tell me more about what you know.
As you say, Mortimer had no reason to die. All he said to me was that he wanted to make the world a better place, but couldn't.
Why did your son feel so useless when facing the world?
I think it was more that he could only see the melancholy facets of life. He couldn't help but dwell on such things.
Why did your son...
I think it was more that he could only see the melancholy facets of life.
What the fuck?
He couldn't help but dwell on such things.
Oh, then I'm neglecting like 15 of them.
What do you think he meant by making the world a better place?
Mortimer has always been a sensitive soul. He wouldn't talk to anyone for months after his father passed. It's like he carries everyone's sadness with him.
Teresa's neglecting her games.
I have read your son's suicide note. It was not an impulsive gesture, nor was it his first attempt.
He threatened to kill himself a few times before. But I never thought he would dare to punish me this much.
Punish you? Why?
I've known for a long time he was not happy with his life. But I always hoped he cared enough to avoid making me suffer like this.
Who, me? Oh. Well, I'm not the only one. You're neglecting your games. Teresa's neglecting her games. I said Teresa's neglecting her game. Oh, I'm just pointing out that I'm not the only one.
Goodbye.
What the hell's the point of giving her the letter then?
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair while the world crumbles around you. Tell me more about it.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's hurtful, it's unbearable, and I don't ask anyone to understand what I feel.
Despair is a deadly poison I've tasted myself, sir. We're only tempted to drink it because we're terrified by the uncertainty of the next minute.
I know that perfectly, Doctor. For I waited for so long, hoping that the next minute would be less unbearable.
I mean, she knows about the suicide note, then what the fuck's the point of giving her it? Nah, I'm gonna give it to him.
I have retrieved your letter, Mr. Goswick. I can assure you that nobody read it but me.
Thank you. This is for you, then. For your help. And for your silence.
I think you should talk to your mother. It would be good for both of you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. I'll think about it. Now please, let me be.
I have...
Good evening.
Goodbye. Good evening.
It's not gonna make any sense if I mesmerize him and his mother's like watching.
I have to go now.
Don't waste your time with me.
What the fuck? What did you do? Level 24? Oh hell no. Looking for that damn doctor to eavesdrop on. Who's this unknown person over here? Dead? Oh, thing's close. Oh, did she kill somebody? That guy's not alive. Shut up, Milton.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, I can kill you, Milton.
Do you need any medical help?
Fine.
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. So thanks anyway.
What you trying to say?
Good.
Good. Where the hell is this fucking guy at? I don't know where that guy is. How could you? What the hell? No, I can talk to
Miss Jones, greetings.
Someone's poached my
Again?
No,
Well,
I'll come and visit you.
So he's shouting at people. Dog people fucked up. Whitechapel people are all messed up. Cold, unknown. You can go to sleep and then you can read how she died, I think. You read like a bio about them.
A giant morgue disguised as a hospital.
Alright, how do I get to the docks? This way. Oh, you're not really 18. I'm 18. hell is this shit at? What location? Uh-oh. No!
You again. What do you want?
Goodbye.
Being cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
You still working at this hour? That's what I call dedication.
Do you require medical assistance, Miss Cavendish?
Don't feel so good if you have to know. I knew that keeping the bar open with the epidemic wasn't a good idea.
Take this, it'll help. Perhaps you should think about closing the turquoise turtle for a while.
Tom always said we've got to keep the doors open. But thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Let's go outside.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Do you need any help?
Can't be good for business to see the bartender coughing your beer.
Indeed. It would be a shame to taint the delicate taste.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. My customers and I, we all thank you.
Goodbye, mister.
He didn't deserve
Should
this.
have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just a...
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So long.
There, you dick.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Do you require medical assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah. I could use some help. On several matters, in fact.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Goodbye. Is everybody good? Nope. He's recovering. Recovering. I don't know where this girl is. Still 4 people in this place. I don't know where the fuck they are. Some locked door here.
It's locked.
this bridge place? I just can't find them yet. Go to sleep and find out.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good.
Trying to find other people. I don't think they're here yet. I feel like I'm just going around in a damn circle. No. No, it's probably don't unlock one of her things. How could you kill Dorothy? Messed up.
Hypocrites all. Maggots.
You did this, man. You did this to her. No. Oh wait, no. Maybe. Nope. What's this? Get out of here. Do I have something for headache?
Good evening.
Evening.
Oh, I do.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but I've never felt comfortable with doctors.
Take them.
I'm certain you have your reasons. But let me assure you, I'm not like other doctors you may have consulted.
It's true. You risked your life to save me, after all. It would be impolite to refuse your counsel.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
What?
Try to take care of yourself.
We fought for England, but England
I'll be
won't
back.
fight for us.